Hello, my fellow weirdos. So, there's some things that have happened in the last few days that I haven't addressed yet. First, because you know it's not like I'm a breaking news channel, and sometimes I get a feeling, a gut tells me, wait a day, just wait before you mention this, because obviously there must be something else coming out. I do work sometimes, um, work my life with that gut feeling sometimes. We've talked about that before. If you want, hey, if you wanna do like a live chat or something today or tomorrow, the weekend, let me know. We could do that. Do some sort of a live chat on just stuff like that and what each of us believe in. Just non Nazis to non Nazi, if you get my point. We don't need anybody in there that's going to be a hater or just a dissenter or somebody that just wants to be racist, bigoted, or misogynistic type of person. Um, just bunch of people that are like not like that, that still, you know, want to talk about some of these things. Logically, as adults, without the children being Nazis, um, because anything, and I don't like to normally say this, but anything those kind of people say, and I'm not talking about the ones that are just kind of, I voted for them, the ones that are kind of like regretting stuff now. I'm talking about the staunch supporters, the kind that I'm cracking down on in this channel. In fact, one of y'all on one of my things said you might need to turn comments off because some people were very obnoxious about one of the videos I did, and it was about I think her name was Charlotte Fosgate, and it was about a transgender gal, and the bullying and stuff. And somebody eventually did say, it's been up several days, you might need to do that. And I responded just a few minutes ago saying the reason I don't do that is I've removed some already. I will leave the milder, obnoxious or racist or bigoted, anti-trans, kind of comments. The milder ones, like if somebody wrote "ack" or something like that, I'm like, I will and you can go look at it. My response is, what do you mean by that? If several people have left comments that say one said it wouldn't have happened if they'd gotten their help before. And I said that's kind of ambiguous. So which side are you on? What does that mean? Another, it was like, well, I'm sad she's died, but it would have been helpful if she would have gotten her help. And I said, that's kind of ambiguous. It sounds like you're saying she needed the help, like mental help because she was being bullied and she unalived herself. No, because she didn't need the fucking help. She was knowing who she was. The bulliers are the ones that need to be fucking shut down. So blame, and I kind of made the point of, excuse me, just because she wouldn't have needed help with depression if the bullying hadn't been allowed to continue. I think she was 17, so she was in school. It was happening at school. That's the tragedy. That nobody stopped the bullies from horrendously harassing her until she felt completely, it wasn't even worth being alive because the bullying overshadowed every good thing in her life. And that is why I don't turn off comments. And the other reason I have removed some comments And a few have come back and made the same, made another comment. And then if they do that and it's just as bad or worse, then I will hide them from my channel. I will ban them. Sure, they can go get another name, get another account and stuff. But I look at the profiles. I absolutely go to the channel, see what they've posted, see what's on their written profile, sometimes where they're from, if it's there or something, you know. But yeah, and then I'll use that. It's like, well, I can't really take seriously somebody who, you know, they make fun of me, they'll troll my hair. You know, oh, you're a crazy old lady. Look at, because of your hair. And I'll be like, excuse me, that comment showed you in the bad light way more than me. Somebody is not crazy because they like a particular color or they do something with their hair. So if somebody has long hair, I'll say, that's crazy for a man to have long hair. What? That's insane. Or go to tell these MAGA guys that are close shaven, well, the Bible says you're supposed to have a beard to hide your face. But yeah, I will fight them back, and a lot of times I'm leaving it up, and I will tell them for posterity. So in the future, when all of this pans out, and you were wrong, and it's proven in history, you guys were wrong, it'll be right there for all to see forever that you argued with somebody who was doing the correct thing, and you were insisting that your evil ways were appointed by God. That's why I don't just, why you will see me leaving up some of the less, not necessarily less, well, they're trying, I can't even say less insulting, because the only way that somebody trying to insult you can insult you is if you took what they said to heart. I can't take anything to heart from somebody who doesn't have a picture. It's either a picture that's not them or a scenic picture or something, and they'll say, oh, well, I don't want to be doxxed, or I don't want to be, then you're a coward. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is, especially with what's happening in America. You either are or you aren't. You're not on the fucking fence right now. And if you're from America and you have no face on your profile, I'm sorry. I understand that jobs are at risk and stuff like that. But if you work for somebody who's going to fire you because you're talking in democratic and truth terms, then your boss is also a Nazi fascist. I'm sorry, but that's what it's coming down to in America. And no, I'm not, riling up the masses for no good reason. There is very good reason, and it's getting closer. And for a long, you've heard them say, oh, well, this is changes, and it'll happen if the left, and it will be bloodless if the left allows it to be. Which means if those who believe still in democracy, if they just shut up and bow down and say goodbye to democracy and just do it our way and not argue and just give up their freedoms and give up the American way of life that we know it, and if you just do whatever we say and be compliant, regardless what we take away from you, there won't be any blood. Well, fucking of course there won't! Until you start killing us. That is what they mean, people. I actually had something to talk about, so I'm not gonna have to make another video. So no, unless it's absolutely vile, I won't take down people's obnoxious comments because I want posterity. And I tell them that. Oh, no. I'm leaving it up. The only way is for you to delete it. And they're too fucking proud. They will stand their ground even when they know it could be a problem in the future. Because I'll say, oh, no, 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 no. I want your children, your grandchildren, to maybe come across it someday and see what their relative really was like when the family wasn't looking. What they said, because there was no picture, no information about them, nothing personal on their channel, nothing that indicates that it would be an upstanding person, because most upstanding people don't mind you knowing some things or at least seeing your face, which is why people have an issue with the ICE agents with their faces covered. ICE agents never had their faces covered before this administration. Okay. This is why I allow some of the less vile. Also, there was a one on this particular video that somebody said, and before I even saw and responded to that person's comment, other people watched the video, read the comments, saw his comment, and responded. Like 3 or 4 others responded to that person going, what the fuck? And excuse me, so and so? What? I leave that up. Absolutely. You trolls, and especially you MAGA trolls, you Republican trolls, even when it's not a political issue. It was a transgender girl at 17 had been so fucking bullied at school and then online from it that she wound up unaliving herself just because other people were hating her just existing, just her being who she is, and people hated on it. How can anybody with any freaking normally properly working brain gaslight somebody like that after she's already gone? Bleeding at liberals, if empathy and giving a fuck is bleeding heart liberal, then fucking sign me up. I understand not wanting to be put under the microscope yourself, and so just being quiet and becoming part of the crowd. That used to be an option for navigation around those in power that are corrupt, to work around them. But my fellow Americans, I'm concerned. A time is approaching where we don't have that option now. It's here. And I have put off saying this, but something keeps nagging at my gut. Right now, I'm off the supplemental Social Security. They were moving me to SS, but it says on the site that I'm not on it, so I don't have anything. Tomorrow's the 1st, and I won't seem to be getting anything, because so I've got all that on my mind as well, and I haven't been able to get any answers. It's like, we'll just see if I get any money. So I've got a lot of stress right now, and so my tolerance for fuckheads and my tolerance for gaslighting and my tolerance for being lied to has reached its capacity. And I am somebody who gives folks not 3 chances, but 300 chances. And the thing that's unsettling me the most is my gut keeps having an ominous feel, and I'm not sure if that's for me personally because of the situation that I've in the last week has just revealed that they haven't been telling me anything, so I have no idea. They can't take you off the one unless you've been approved of the other. That's what kicks you off. And because I even asked them, I said, I don't want to change and that say, oh, well, kick me off of the supplemental before I'm approved. They said, no. You'll be approved for one or the other before you're kicked off of the supplemental. But when I go on the Social Security site, it says my application was denied and my application for the beneficiary, which means I could get either my benefits or my ex-husband's benefits. It says I was denied on both of those, but I was already kicked off of SSI, so that makes no sense, right? And I can't get through. There was a 78-minute, that's like almost a 3 fucking hour wait. And when I asked to call back, it disconnected on me twice when I was trying to do that process. So this is somebody who's going through this right now, reporting personally to you. I have no fucking idea. And see, the problem is, government places, governmental, state, or federal, reply only through the USPS, United States Postal Service. Well, we know they have been fucked up for years. Regularly, every week, I don't go to the mailbox every day because I don't get anything except that kind of thing. Or junk mail. And you don't get it every day, so I'll go like once a week. And sometimes it'll just be a bunch of junk mail, or if I've ordered something. But inevitably, at least weekly, I'll get something from somebody else's name. Often, there was days that I'll get 2 things for 2 different people. So I know my stuff is being misdelivered. I'll wind up getting things 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks after the date on it. It was probably misdelivered. Somebody put it back in the box, and it took forever to be processed, or was thrown in a box and wasn't sorted, for the undelivered, and then wasn't sorted through for a while. Well, this is important shit. And I've asked these places, I understand you don't do things digitally because you can't rely on it because that can be hacked and stuff. But there's been a problem with the mail department. First was DeJoy. The mail department is so busy trying to nail, they're using them to try to nail, for deportation. Anybody, even if they're legally, in programs, anybody that isn't born in America, regardless if they're here legally or not, and they're so busy with that they can't fucking get their shit right and deliver mail properly. And I said, I get why you do it only through the Postal Service because of digital hacking, but can't you do backup if you don't hear back from us? Check, and if we have an email or a voice thing, check, let us know that you sent something and have you, because you're just assuming that we got it. And if I don't know, if they send something to us and we don't expect something from them, we're not expecting something, how do I know that I didn't get something important if I don't know to expect it? Tell us online. Tell us on my email to expect something so I know. If I haven't gotten it in a week or 2, I should probably let them know. But no, nobody does anything. Thus, I'm sitting here not fucking knowing. I'll go to the mailbox from this week. Hopefully there's something there. I did get one thing, say from the from the Medicaid department. It's humanitarian services. It's not Social Security, saying something to look for a blue envelope, and if I don't see it, let them know. But that's just for the Medicaid stuff. That's how can it say I'm not on? I didn't get either one of my applications approved. It's been months since I turned 62, and you're not. They told me I said I don't want to apply for one, and if they don't approve it, then be kicked off of SSI, and then not have. They said no, they won't kick you off until one of them is approved. But it says neither was approved, and I can't reach anybody. So this is two parts addressing my trolls and inhumane. I mean, there people leave like on that Charlotte Fosgate video. Those who weren't even horrible things said to me. Those things upset me more than when you insult me. Because like I was saying before, for an insult to hurt somebody and do what you want it to do, that person has to care about what you say. And trolls forget that. If I don't fucking respect you, then anything you say is pointless and worthless because I put no value in it whatsoever. If I don't respect a person as a person because of the beliefs they hold, then I can't take you seriously. Nothing you say is going to be considered by me because I don't respect you. I think you're a fucking asshole. So, and I believe many people are that way. They don't respect people that are that way. And just a little note for y'all trolls, you're just venting. You're not hurting the person. So if your point is just to vent because you're mad about something, so you lash out at them, whatever. But when you do it to people like me, who don't respect assholes like you, it ain't doing its job at all. So if you're only doing it for venting, whatever. If you're I'll school you either way. But if you're doing it because you think you're trying to hurt me or insult me or make me feel badly about myself, I'm just letting you know you're wasting your time. Go troll someone else who is a snowflake, like a Republican. Republicans, they really cannot take criticism, even when it's factual and constructive. So if you want to troll people to get a reaction, go to Republican channels, and one of their videos vent on them, because a lot of us liberal and progressives have figured out that civility does not beget civility, not with Nazis and not with white supremacists. Those mindsets are staunch, and they believe we're wrong and everybody else is they're correct and everybody else is evil, and trying to kill them, which isn't the fact. So when you try to troll progressive liberal folks and you use personal insults, especially, you don't even know us, so anything, your opinion that it's vengeful is like, who hurt you that you're lashing out at me? Seriously. That's how much. So people that, say, oh, you're fat, oh, you're stupid, oh, you're old, oh, you're crazy, oh, the hair dye leaked into your brain, any other bullshit. Nonplussed, your opinion means this. Actually, it's -0. Yeah. Yeah. When you fucking pick on other people, that's when my claws come out. That's what I'll be my fiercest, my most vicious, is not protecting myself. Because as I said, if if you're not a worthwhile being as far as kind, altruistic, humane to any degree, you are not worth my energy. You're not. And your opinions are already fucked up because you are a bigot or a misogynist or a racist or whatever, a Nazi, a white supremacist, whatever. Your perceptions are fucked up. So why would I believe your perception of me when obviously your perception of others is completely twerked and screwed and skewed? It means less than nothing. But you fuck with other people or animals. And I will be fierce. And I will defend. I'll go to the fucking mat with you. Before I'll let you pick on or hurt or abuse or mock other people, animals, anything like that. Absolutely not. You want to call that a snowflake? Takes a lot of strength to stand up in a bunch of assholes and say it stinks in here, you know? But I'm not going to just say something because I'm told to say it. And I'm not going to do or say something because I'm told if I don't or else. Again, if you want to fucking kill me for speaking for truth, justice, and the American way, sounded like Superman. If that's what my final moments are a choice between, I will not acquiesce. I will not kneel down. I will not bend over. And that, my fucking Republican snowflakes, is what true patriotism is. So no. You think making personal insults or things that are supposed to be insulting to me is going to hurt me more than anything. And you're wrong. You are so wrong. And that goes for most liberal and progressive people. Apparently most of us are now feeling fuck off. You don't deserve civility because all you do with civility is trample on it, look us in the eye, and laugh while you trample on it. You say, you can use this as proof against me if I ever do this, if I ever say the opposite. A few years later, on video, saying the exact opposite, and we say, oh, you said show us this, and we have this on video too, and you saying, oh yeah, but it's different now. We know who you are, so you expect us to continue being the liberal progressives that we are, and not be mean back, and not slap back, not swat back, not slam you down back. But most progressives and liberals either have already come to this conclusion or are now coming to it. Civility is done with you people. The staunch supporters of Trump and the Republicans are bigots and or racists and or misogynists, even if they don't admit it themselves. They are, because nobody can stay and support them unless you were one of them. One of them, a criminal, a liar, a misogynist, a bigot, a rapist. Well, maybe not all of you are rapists, but you're definitely racist. And I don't care if most of your family says, I've never heard them say a racist thing. That's because they know up until now it wasn't acceptable. And in many states, you can be imprisoned for hate crimes. My state is one of them. So, just a little catch up for you fucking Republican snowflakes. And your little trolling. We don't fucking care. But we know you care about those things. And every time one of us just mentions something of your private life that doesn't give good optics, because fact is, that's all they care about. All Donald cares about, and the Republican Party now, is the way things look. Not how the way things are. It's how they look. The illusion. The optics. That's what Ice Barbie Gnome is all about. With all her little cosplaying on a horse by a prison. In here. Her little fucking Ice Barbie Instagram shit. Doing a commercial while you're the fucking governor for a goddamn dental service. Wow. Did you report that as a donation? Because I know you didn't do that for him for free. What'd he give you, huh? Did you report it? Bet you didn't. Oh, Sarah Huckabee down there in them southern states. Did we ever get to see this $25,000 or million or whatever the fuck it was podium lectern? Nope. That just faded away too. The Republican Party and this administration is stuffed chock full of rapists, racists, bigots, idiots, pedophiles. New stuff from Ghislaine, Maxwell's trial has been released. More pictures of Donald on his Epstein's plane with teen pageant contestants. Why on Jeffrey's plane? There's a lot more coming out. The way he treated Ivanka from the time she was a baby, talking about her legs are beautiful legs like her mother's, Marla. The man is a pedophile. My gut has known this for some time. And I guarantee you, in time that will be shown. It's already been a lot of suspicious, evidential type of stuff. Time will show. In fact, why has the administration just locked down on that? Hmm? Locked down on the JFK stuff too. He said he would open that, didn't he? Both of them, yeah. So, yeah. A lot of shit going on, and I'm telling you, I'm attesting to the confusion and chaos at the Social Security, because obviously they don't know what the fuck's going on, and that's because so many have been reduced and fired and shit's gone on that even legitimate people like me, I was fucking born in the America, okay? Both my parents were born in this America. Yeah, okay? I am totally legitimate. I've been on for what? Almost 2 decades, supplemental Social Security. Obviously, I was legit because I didn't. Now, when I'm being transferred to legitimate Social Security, they don't know what the fuck is up. This should have been easy. They said you're either one of those two applications are accepted, either for your own benefits or for your ex-husband's, and only then is it kicked off, because you can't be on both. So if you can't be on both, they'll kick you off. So I was like, okay, so it should be a transition. You go, yeah. Well, did I just explain to you an easy transition? No. The only reason that's happening is because what Elon has done. And quite frankly, before I turn off this video, everything that Elon has done should first of all, he should be arrested and charged and convicted for damaging, and all the people he killed by those things that he cut off for USAID. All of us, for all this panic, for everybody else that he's put through, all the jobs, all the people, everything affected by it. He should be charged for it. Why? Because he was on ketamine, Adderall, and 2 or 3 other things. We're finding out now proof. They've got his drug, but they've got photos of his drug box that he always carried. Nobody touched. That type of shit. Okay, so all of that is coming out, how he's told people in the White House are starting to get pissed off. It's starting to crumble. I'm just letting you know it is starting. The staunch supporters, which are basically Thiel and the Stephen Miller, all the 2025, Project 2025 folks, they're all fucking panicking because their whole plan that they worked for like 2 decades to see come to fruition is now fucking crumbling at the initiation, or in the initialization. So mad I can't speak. That before it's even gotten to the full peak, they're freaking out. Okay, Elon had a black eye. Remember little lion Carolyn Levitt, press secretary, said they had a verbal dispute? Yeah, apparently one of them popped off, and I'll tell you about Stephen Miller in another video, and his wife. Yeah. So much for that throuple. And Stephen Miller's plan, his whole little, neo-Nazi New Order thing, is starting to crumble. We're seeing it way faster than they expected, and responding faster than they expected. Fuck you people. We have Bernie and AOC and the rest of those, Democratic House representatives. They fucking see you bastards. They were ready for your fucking antics. They were ready. They didn't forget. Yeah. Well, his marriage is crumbling and his lifelong work. So, fuck you, Stephen Miller. I'm not glad that Elon won, but I'm glad Stephen got fucked up. But yes, I will tell you about that in the next one. Yeah, if you like this shit, if you like this vibe, if you want the fucking honest truth, and it doesn't matter who is shown up for it, because at heart I'm an independent, subscribe to me. Give me a like to the video. Get that sucker where other people can see it. I might be old and weird ass with the hair. I was planning on doing it rainbow like I've done the last 2 summers. But I don't know if I'm gonna have money to get the hair bleach. I've got all the colors, I don't have the hair bleach. I was waiting to get it. So we'll see if that happens or not. But yeah. If you like this truth, and it's not all political on my stuff either. Happy weekend. And I can't even do if I make some sort of block to open that window. Right now, it was supposed to be partly cloudy by now. When I looked last night at the weather report, and it's just windy and a little chilly and completely socked in. It's not even partly cloudy. It's like no fucking sky. It's all grayish white. Whiter in some places where it looks like maybe you might see blue, but not. Yeah. So, Mama Bear ain't happy about that either. It was supposed to be nice. And my cat, Raspy, is just... He's old. And I'm just stressing because of that too. Have a good weekend. I'll be fine. I'll be okay. I mean, I'm not going to do anything desperate, but it's just... That's why I haven't gone to the mailbox to see if I have last minute gotten anything finally about the Social Security shit. But it's been so cold. Even yesterday was... Oh, here he is. Raspy's here. I'm going to go love on him. Peace out, guys.